And so, yes, we begin in the Western Cape. Cape Town has been struck by yet another mass shooting, 7 people being killed in Bishop Lavis on the Cape Flats. Police say an armed suspect entered into an informal dwelling in Kogelberg Street last night and fired several shots at the occupants. The victims were told are aged between 24 and 55 years. 2 other people were injured and no arrests have yet been made. All right, let's get you a sense of what else we know. Corbin August is part of our team watching developments, and he joins us now live from that particular community. And I imagine, of course, Corbin, still a lot of questions as many people try to figure out what might have happened last night.
Well, yes, indeed. The community here in Bishop Lavis are still reeling in shock. Everybody's still trying to, exactly as you mentioned now, figure out exactly what could have transpired during the course of events last night that led to this latest mass shooting here in the Western Cape, where 6 people died. And in fact, that number was even updated this morning to 7. So it was 6 that died on scene, and then there was another person who died in hospital. So the updated figure that we have at this stage is that 7 people died in this latest mass shooting incident here in Bishop Lavis. And there's 1 remaining person, a survivor, who is still recovering in hospital and was taken there for treatment. So we did visit the actual crime scene maybe just about an hour ago, when we actually went into this informal dwelling at the premises here in Bishop Lavis, and we were taken all the way inside that informal dwelling, wooden iron structure, where we could still see the splatters of blood, and we could still see some of the shocking and horrific moments that perhaps could have transpired there. So we managed to speak to a family member, Selena Gomez, who was family member of some of the relatives, some of the people who died in that shooting incident. Of course, she was also devastated, and just telling us that she believes it was a case of mistaken identity, and the people who died in the shooting were actually not the people that she says were supposed to be there, and perhaps it was just a big case of mistaken identity. Of course, we do know that police are investigating the incident. The anti-gang unit is, of course, taking up this investigation now, and that's in addition to the investigation in Atlantis, where we were yesterday as well, where there was another mass shooting just the day before yesterday. And in that shooting, 5 people died when they were ambushed while they were traveling back home from the beach, and they were on that road between Marmara and Atlantis, and on their way back home from the beach, the gunmen opened fire on them on that road as they were driving home. 5 people died in Atlantis, and then another 6 now in Bishop Lavis. So this is now the latest mass shooting in the Western Cape, and of course police are investigating. We're also going to move on after this area. We'll be moving on to the provincial office of the police, the headquarters here in the Western Cape, just to get an update on the latest in Atlantis, and maybe also what developments are looking like for the Bishop Lavis case.
Yeah, and Corbin, perhaps you can help us better contextualize what took place last night. I mean, speak to us about the community of Bishop Lavis. We know that the Cape Flats are very notorious for gang-related violence, and I suppose in some respects, many of the people there who are waking up to this news might not be surprised that this took place.
Well, maybe I didn't quite catch everything there, but yes, indeed, we will continue to monitor developments in both cases, and we will bring you another update later on as the story and the investigation develops. Back to you in studio.
What a pity. Seems like Corbin August is not able to hear us. We'll certainly keep watching that story nonetheless. But Corbin, for now, thanks very much indeed. Corbin August reporting live there from Bishop Lavis on the Cape Flats.